Hi everyone, welcome to Data Server. My name is Taiwo. Our topic today is to show you how to use Excel manipulate string function to improve efficiency in a specific task in your spreadsheet. After this tutorial, you will be proficient to use multiple functions to automate workflow and enhance efficiency in your daily office tasks related to Microsoft Excel. Please note, this Excel function used in this particular tutorial is applicable to Excel 2016, 2019, Office 365, and Excel 2024, the latest version of Microsoft Excel. So, not to take too much of your time, I'm going to load our 12 function. Before we go further, this particular tutorial will be divided into two sections. The part 1 section is the theoretical aspect of showing you the explanation what this 12 function can do. The part 2 will base on the practical aspect of using multiple functions to accomplish a specific task to enhance efficiency in your daily use of Microsoft Excel and to become advanced Excel skill professional person. So our first function is concatenate. The concatenate function is used to join two or more text strings into one. As you can see from our sample, we have in A2 Nancy and we have in B2 Davolio, and we use concatenate function to bring the two words together. As you can see, they concatenate A2, comma, quotes, comma, space in between the quotes, and B2 to give us this combination of first name and last name. Note, if you use concatenate in Microsoft 2010 and 13 and also maybe 16, 19 and 2024, it's going to work. But if you use concat in Microsoft 2010, it's not going to work, but it's going to work in 2016 and 19. So we're going to go to our next slide. The next slide is find function. The find function finds the position of a substring within a text string, and it is a case sensitive. Just remember that. So what we mean by case sensitive, if you are looking for E as we type in this particular function in B2, is going to display error, because if you can see that because it's a case sensitive, E and capital E is not the same thing. So the position of E in this A2 where we have hello world is number 2. If you count from the H is 1 and the E is 2. So that's our find function. Our next function is index function. The index function returns the value of a cell at a specified row and column in a range or array. So our screen capture sample shows us the range of A1 to C3. In A1 we have name, which is the header, of the row, and in C3 we have Paris, which is this. So what we are trying to do is to use this index function. The index function 2 is referring to row, while 3 is referring to column. So we have 2 row 1, 2, and column is the A will be 1 and the B will be 2 and the C will be 3. So our value we're looking for is C2, which is London, as you can see. So our next function is left function. The left function returns a specific number of characters from the start left of a text string. The example we have here in A2, our string is report 2025, and in our B2 we have our formula left A2 6. So the 6th return report return report. So it's deliberately just to show you what report is all about and the function of left function. So if you can't report, it's 6 characters. So that's how the left function, you can make use of it. So the length function in Excel formula is shortened as len len. So return the number of characters in a text string, including space. Example len Excel 2025. As you can see in our B2 formula, Excel 2025, the Excel character is 5 and the 2025 is 4. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10 because the space is 1. So this is how we come to conclusion of 10 in B2. So our next function is match function. The match function search for a value in a range and return its relative position, just similar to that find. So we are looking for, but the difference is that the match function always applicable to numeric unless you are using a combination of multiple function other string with match, and you can use it within alphanumeric. In this case, match 20 comma a1 range to a5. So our a1 is numerals and our a5 is 50. But our value that we are looking for is in 20. If you count 1, 2, 3, our position of 20 is 3. So that is our match. So our next function is mid function. The mid function is used to extract a specific number of characters from the middle of the text string, starting at the position you specify. So in our sample, we have Excel 2025 and our formula in B2 return 2025. If you look at mid A2 7 4 after the comma, what it does, it counts. If you look at this character of Excel is 5, then if you count space 6, and if you count up to 2 is 7. So it counts and stop at 2 and start count additional 4 to extract. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2025 is 4 character. That's why we have 2025, which is 4 in this scenario. So our next function is repetitive function, shortened as REPT function in Microsoft Excel. So the rep function in Excel repeats a text string in a specified number of times. So this one is very useful function. You can use it for many stack back chart data illustration for visual. So what we did here is to have combination of multiple value, then in A2 to A6. In A2 we have 10, so the rep function repeat this line 10 times, and in A6 you repeat it 60 times. So mere looking at this, you can easily justify that using like a, for example, if you are using a candidate and their score, you can know that candidate in is B6 score higher. So that is how it works. And you can use that when you want to use this kind of line similar to what I did here. You can use a font called Play B font, so as to show it in the column B. So the next function is write function. The write function returns the last n character from a text string, and the sample shows that in A2 we have string say the truth, and in our formula in B2 we have equal write open bracket A2 comma 6 close bracket. So what we're trying to do to retrieve the 6th character from the right, and if you count truth in character length is 5. Unfortunately, the computer doesn't work like that, because mere looking at that you'll be thinking that why it's showing truth and non additional 4. There's a space that make it 6. So even though you use 5, it's still going to show you truth. So we go to our next function. Our next function is search. The search function is used to find the position of a specific character or substring within a text string. It is not case sensitive, so not like that of find. So as you can see in our screen capture sample, we use the search A And in our string in A2 is apple, which is capital A, but in our formula we use small letter a, and it still retrieve letter 1, which is what we are looking for. The position is 1, which is A. So going to our next function, substitute. The substitute replaces existing text with new text in a string. Example, the substitute of 2024 report in quotes, comma, 2024 in quotes, comma, and 2025. So what this particular function does, like what we have our value in A2 2024 report, and in our formula B2, the return result is 2025 report, because the value look for 2024 in A2 and replace it with 2025. So our last function in this tutorial is trim. Trim remove all extra spaces from text, leaving only single space between words. As you can see from our screen capture example, we have string in A2 called hello world and is with 2 space. And in our formula where we have B2 is trim A2, automatically change that 2 space to 1. This particular function can be used for unstructured data for those of you doing data analysis or data cleansing, especially when you are running to about 100,000 of data. So it's more handy and useful to make your data accurate, because if you are doing some accuracy calculation in data analysis, when you have doubles, like if you want to count how many hello word in a particular column or row of range of the data, the data with 2 space will not be counted as the one with 1 space. So this is the end of our theoretical string manipulation tutorial. So come to our channel to gain additional advanced Excel skill. And in the next section, which is going to be part 2, as I said earlier, is going to be practical. You can watch this particular session, which is more very interesting, that where we're going to practicalize the use of multiple functions to automate workflow and enhance efficiency by up to 1000 in your using of Microsoft Excel on a daily basis. So hopefully this will be rolled out in the next 48 hours. And thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. I remain your style and stay blessed.